Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it would be cool to show you how long it takes to make one comic page. So usually I just sketch a whole pages at once and then ink them all and then colour them, and sometimes I end up with a bunch of like 20 pages that are half inked or half sketched or half coloured. And so I can show you examples of that. The front page of this book, that's coloured, but it's not even fully like drawn out yet. So I'm going to start a new page from scratch and basically just show you all the stages it takes to make one page. Usually also I like to do a few pages at once of sketching because I have a scene in mind rather than a page in mind, and usually the scene takes quite a few pages. So what I was thinking of doing today was going back to high school for the characters, because I really need to fill in that part of the story. Like, that's kind of the priority, but I keep doing other stuff. Like last week I was working on Eddie's 19th birthday, which is basically a year after high school. See quite a few pages of that. That's also from that, that's also from that. That one is, so this one's about half coloured, half inked. And then, so you can see that I inked this one yesterday. So over the weekend I probably sketched 3 pages on Saturday and then inked only like 2 on Sunday. You have to be more careful with when I say ink, I mean just outlining it in pen. It's not that fancy, but you have to be more careful because it can be kind of rough with the sketches because you can always rub that out. But when you're using pen, you're like, okay, now I really can't mess this up. But then, you have to be careful because if you just go straight over your sketches, if your sketch is too lazy, then you end up with a kind of bad drawing because you didn't try hard enough initially. So, yeah, I mean, there is still more work to do, like I need to ink this page still, but I thought rather than just doing all the extra work I have to do now, start a new page just so we can really work out how long it takes, because at the moment I don't quite have a full idea of how long a page takes because I always mix it up a bit and then go back to a page for 3 weeks before I colour it or whatever. So today, that's the plan. We're going to sketch, we're going to ink, we're going to colour, and I'm not going to do any time lapses because that would be too difficult to film, unfortunately. Basically my plan is to update you every hour. So I'll start at 9, it's about 20 to 9 now, and we will see how long we can go on for. So, and in the meantime I'll just work on finishing up a few little things from before. Okay, see ya. Hello again. So it's about 8 to 9, but I thought I should get this started now so I can get my work started at 9 on the dot. So I'm just going to talk a bit about my ideas for what I'm going to be working on in the next hour. So I think I mentioned earlier I want to do a scene at high school, and particularly I was thinking the athletics carnival, mainly because I've been focusing a lot on like the sort of depressed emotional side of Eddie's character, and I kind of want to do a bit more of his like competitive, arrogant side, and like I feel like the athletics carnival is a good opportunity for him to show his competitiveness. And also I want to draw him. I was thinking, because his main colour is green, I like drawing him in green. Green is essentially, I guess, is his colour, of him having a poison ivy cosplay, because that would be absolutely something he would do. Like I remember when I was in high school, not that I went to many athletics carnival, because like halfway through I was like, yeah, I'm not going to bother with that anymore, I don't care, it's just sitting in the sun all day long and I don't want to do anything because I suck at sporting and embarrass myself. So yeah, anyway, I was saying, like, early high school when I did go, some of my friends actually wore cosplay and Homestuck cosplay. Yeah, that was pretty cool, actually. So yeah, he would definitely do that. And yeah, so that was gonna be fun, I think. Um, I was looking up some pictures this morning. So they're a bit scandalous because it's poison ivy. Apparently you're supposed to draw her while you're barely covering anything up. Some are better than others. So I don't know, those are a few screenshots. There's some other ones there for the costumes. So I was thinking of going for like the green leggings or stockings, and then I guess like trying to do the other parts as well. So that's some ideas I'm going off. I don't actually really like using references, so I don't know if I'll bother looking at the pictures when I'm drawing. I'll just like try and remember the main things on there, because that seems fairly simple. Like, I think I can basically remember the main parts, because I absolutely hate having to reference my phone and then it turns off every 5 minutes. I'm not gonna copy any of those in particular. I'm gonna use my memory. Anyway, so that's basically the plan. Like, I know that's not exactly a full scene yet, but I do tend to like have a few ideas and then make it up as I go along. That's basically how I work. Like, I don't really like to plan the whole thing out because I'm sketching first anyway, so it doesn't really matter if I decide, oh wait, I want to change this panel, then I can just rub it out if I really need to, but I don't tend to need to anyway. Anyway, it's time to get started. Hello everyone. So it is officially 10 a.m. and I am ready to show you what I have been working on for the past hour. So this is what I've got so far of my sketch. So that's about half or a third of the page, because sometimes I do 3 rows, sometimes I do 2, sometimes I do 1 like that, and then some like this, and then that gets very confusing because it's not particularly consistent, but we'll see how this one goes. So basically, I might just read out what I've said so far, try and show you the pictures. So we have Eddie in his Poison Ivy cosplay, we have Alden in, it was actually a Red Tornado cosplay, because I was like, okay, I'll make him on a different team, but now I'm trying to, I think he should also, like, because he's Eddie's friend, be wearing a costume. So I just basically googled red DC costumes or villain costumes or whatever. I don't know, whatever it was. Anyway, I decided on Red Tornado. Thought that, I mean, it's kind of obscure because I haven't actually heard of it before. I'm sorry. If you're a fan. But anyway. Then we also have Madeline. So this is basically a conversation between Eddie and Madeline right at the start of the carnival. So Eddie says, "Sexy costume, hey Madeline." And she says, "Hideous more like. Where's your commitment? Or are you afraid donning luxurious red hair will get you mistaken for me?" Because that's just a reference to the fact he's not wearing a red wig or anything, because Poison Ivy does have red hair, and Madeline also has red hair, but I mean not as red as Ivy, but like. So then Eddie says, "I cannot betray the House of Green as much as it kills me to have an incomplete cosplay." And Madeline says, "Are you kidding? Being a traitor is the only reason I'm really here. I'm really in Calypso." So I'll just explain that for a second. I decided to name the 4 coloured houses after mango trees. At my high school, they're actually named after palm trees. But I decided, mangoes are Australian. I actually looked up all these varieties I decided on, and they actually all originate from Florida, which is like, what the heck? I thought these were Australian mangoes. I haven't actually heard of these ones before, actually, besides Calypso. Because the most common ones I would say I have like Bowen mangoes or the R2E2, but R2E2 is a terrible name for a schoolhouse, so I decided on Calypso for yellow, Irwin for blue, Palmer for green, and Kiet, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but for red. And I decided I wanted an establishing shot just so you could, I mean, you can't really see there, but just get a bit of an idea of the crowd and see the 4 tents with the 4 colours and sort of just label them so you quickly know, okay, that's the name of that house and that's that colour and whatever. Okay, anyway, I was just kind of, okay, continuing the conversation. Eddie's reply to Madeline saying she's here to be a trader is, I think you'll find you're here to see me obliterate everyone with the most majestic display of power and agility you've ever seen. And Madeline says, sounds boring. Should have stayed home with Phil and Helena. And Eddie says, I think you'll find that you're the boring one. I won't converse with Calypso scum like you. Basically, what I've got takes an hour to basically do that sketch, and I'm going off to get a drink of water here and there. But like, that's basically just, I guess the other thing is too, I spend a bit of time thinking of, okay, what's going to come next? How will I continue this conversation? Because I end up with a few ideas. Like, I was thinking, oh, well, do I want to bring up, like, have them include Owen in the conversation at this point, or like just bring him up more later? And then I had to, I guess, do a bit of research for his costume, because I didn't have a plan for that before I started. And then, yeah, I guess, because there's always like multiple ways a conversation can go, so you have like 3 or so different ideas, and then you're like, okay, we're going this path, but then in the next panel you have to decide again, okay, will it go this way, or that way? And then like, you could probably, depending on which direction you choose, end up the scene going in a completely different way. So you always got to be a bit careful that it stays on track, because you sort of have an idea, I want to start here and end there. And if I start going and then I'm going to end up ending here. Anyway, oh, I've been talking for way too long. I need to keep these updates really short. Okay, next update will be short, I promise. And it's already 6 past 10, sorry. So I need to get back to work. Hey everyone, I just realised it's 11 o'clock. I probably was almost going to miss it then if I just didn't happen to look at the time at that exact moment, which is good, because I started listening to YouTube, because that's what I tend to do when I'm drawing. Though I guess it probably makes me a bit slower, but it's nice to have something to listen to while I'm working. I started watching some documentary, so I haven't made too much more progress. As you can see, I finished off a bit more there, and then I've done about half of the next row, so may as well, where were we up to? Did I read this one? I'm not sure if I read that last panel there, whether I had drawn it yet. I don't think I had. So basically, Madeline's telling Edmund, you're just sauced me one the last 8 years, but on the positive side, Palmer's got a fabulous losing streak. So basically she's saying there, oh, that her team is the one that always wins, his is the one that always loses, which actually happens, like, in real life, because, like, the yellow team at my high school, it always won. I was on the yellow team, I never did anything. Maybe I should feel bad about that, but see, I didn't need to contribute. So then, what Edmund does is he goes to Alden's costume, which is actually red and yellow, so he takes the T for the red tornado, which is actually a yellow T, and he puts it on Madeline so it can be a T for Tracer. And so basically telling her that she's exposed now. And then basically what I was working on next was him taking some photos with just some random girls, because basically, like, because he's wearing a costume, like, that's kind of like made some other people be like, oh, that's cool, let's take a photo with him. And then, so yeah, which he appreciates because he wants to be popular. Not that he's really properly popular, he's more just the crazy one, everyone thinks was crazy. But that's enough now. That's basically all I got done this hour. I'll see you at 12. And it is 12 o'clock. I've made basically no progress. I've drawn like one more panel, I think. And And yeah. It's difficult to see what I'm doing when I'm blocking my face, but anyway, basically it's always gets a lot harder when you're trying to draw something like really detailed. At this point I'm trying to like just draw Eddie like autographing the back of a girl's shirt while there's like a group of her friends standing nearby and they're going like, ooh, well, yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. And but like first, like just even trying to figure out what angles people need to be at so you can like see what he's writing but also see the people well, and then have all the people in the background, and then there was like one girl in the background that I had to redraw like 10 times because it just wasn't working, and I feel like her head's still too small compared to her friends even though I redrew that like 10 times. So that's where I'm at right now. I've only done like one panel in an hour because it's been very complicated to try and do, even though it still looks fairly simple. Oops. Hey guys, it is now about 1 p.m. and I've had literally nothing done on this in the last hour. It would have been nice to. I made myself a toastie. I haven't even finished eating that actually, but then I had to do a bit of work trying to give my work shift to someone else tomorrow, except like it took way too long to figure out, okay, it seems like it's too close to the time and I won't be able to swap the shift. I'm just gonna have to email my boss. So yeah, that was a fun wasted hour. Painfully trying to deal with laptops and terrible. This is why I hate technology. I stick with paper and pencils because the laptops are so painful to deal with. And also my phone as well. So yeah, or maybe I drew this box since then. I don't know, maybe I got a box on. If I'm on track, I might really be able to finish off sketching in the next hour. Like, I didn't have any time to work on it, but I'm hoping, okay. Fingers crossed, you guys, that I can do this. Get the sketching done before 2. We'll see, though. Hey, so it is 2 p.m. now, and I have not gotten very much more done because I got distracted again by my phone for like 50 minutes. Why does this happen? Maybe this is why I'm so slow. But seriously, even if I'm actually doing work, it's slow. So, I've got literally one more panel made, sort of. That there. I'm gonna focus on this. It will be done by 3, the sketching, I promise this time. Absolutely done by 3. Okay. And it is 3 p.m. and I actually basically got the sketching done. What I should do is just move the camera. This is what I've just done. So basically, there's planes. Yeah, great time. Eddie's adopted some fangirls. There he is trying to do the shot put. This is the pages from before because I'm not sure if we got a good look at them. There we go. Yeah, so that's basically what I've done. I'm more or less finished the sketching, so that'll, I don't know, who knows, it could very well take another, it's not going to take another hour, but yeah, so well, the next time I see you, I will have started doing the outline, so that should be exciting. And it is 4 p.m. and I have actually started on my pen, so that's quite exciting. I'm pretty happy with my progress this hour. I think I'd possibly, I mean, it feels like one of the best hours of the day, but that could just be because I was a bit slack for a couple there in the middle. I'll just get you a closer look. So you can see him there, and it's a lot easier to tell the drawings now because of the inking. So I started off doing the boxes, and then I just went this way, and I don't really like doing it in order. I will do the people and then the word, and I might even just do like them in random spots, like based on which ones I feel most comfortable drawing. Like, I don't know if I'll leave that till last. We'll see. Okay, see ya. And we are at 5 o'clock. I've gotten a bit more of my pen done. I think I could definitely be able to finish off at least the characters in the next hour and I probably won't finish off the text as well. The text is going to take a while because you want it to be neat. And it's probably still not even going to be that neat. But I'll try. So, just give you a quick close-up. We've got these. And then you can see this is the one I was working on here, but I haven't actually finished off this one either. I did say I would leave that for last before, and I think, well, actually, I'll probably leave this one for last because that's going to be hard. You can see I can even do it properly as a sketch. Yeah, just all the... why did I decide that I needed like a crowd of 6 girls around him at all times? This is going to be painful for the next few pages as well. Because, yeah, I think this will end up being, I don't know, 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages, quite a few. But, yeah, definitely more than 1 page at this point for this scene. Hey guys, so it is now 6 o'clock. And I will show you that I've finished inking the people and I've got to start on the words, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. Here are some words, some beautiful, glorious words. And you can see I've inked that, yeah. It's so hard because it's actually really quite small. The draw face is that small. I don't know if you can tell, like compared to the rest of the page, you can see how quite. Oh, and this one's even smaller. Kind of. If I gave those faces, that would be impossible. Anyway, well, yeah, you can see what I've done. You can probably tell the difference. Well, it is 7 o'clock. You can probably tell it's gotten quite dark because of the window there. And I have started on the colouring officially. Like, I feel like I've gotten quite a bit done, even though I've only been colouring for about 5 minutes. So I'll just show you that now. So basically, I just like to colour one bit at a time rather than one panel at a time, because then it's a lot easier to keep it consistent. If I have multiple pages of the same scene, then it's really easy to just colour like one character at a time. So you can see I'm starting to colour in Eddie's outfit. Oh, it looks so ridiculous. Why did I... No, I mean, it makes sense. It's exactly the outlandish thing he would wear, but, what the heck? Catch you in an hour. Hi everyone, and it is now 8 o'clock. And I have made some great progress with my colouring. I'm pretty happy. Yeah, I'm really happy actually, because I also had dinner in the last hour and I still managed to get a heap of colouring done. Oops. I basically like coloured in all the main characters, and yeah, and I made a start on the secondary characters. And then I'll just have to do like the backgrounds and then I'll basically be done. So we're in the end game now. So here it goes. It's so cool. I think I mentioned in a previous video that I can't really be bothered with being consistent with colours, like in skin colour and stuff, but now I've kind of streamlined it a bit where I'm like, okay, this is the tan coloured pencil, I'll use it to do the light tan and the dark tan. This is the pink skin colour pencil, I'll use it for pink skin colours. And so, yeah, that makes it a lot easier now that I've worked out exactly what pencils I need to use. Anyway,
See you at 9. So it is just after 9 and we are officially done with the page. I'm so excited. So yeah, now you can see like how long this takes and appreciate me better. Anyway, so if you can see, I was just colouring in the background just then with some blue and leaving a bit so you can have a bit of sky and a bit of clouds, and I made the grass this olivey green to look like kind of dry and in need of rain. But this is the finished outcome. So you can see I also coloured in the secondary characters. That did take a little bit because I was like, I had to be consistent between there and there and there, and then have to exactly decide what I wanted each of them to look like. But that's what we got. Thanks everyone for staying until the end. I hope you enjoyed this, and now you know how long this takes. Right, it's a lot of work, guys.